Hello and welcome back. This is the Twitter Masterclass from the Key Academy and it's Kevin here. We're today talking about the Twitter options. We've already set up our Twitter account, we've set up our profile header and our bio and our date of birth and where we live, etc. So now we're going to go through some of the additional options that are available within Twitter. So let's go to Twitter. You already know how to sign on, so I'm not going to go through that again. One of the changes you can see here is that the profile picture that we loaded up previously is now here, so we don't see that little egg picture we saw previously. So to go to the settings, we need to click on here, click on settings, and this takes us to this page, which shows us a summary of our account, and you've got all these options on the left hand side. I'll run through them very quickly. You can sit and play with them yourself, but most of them you don't really need to play around with too much. So what we're going to do, first of all, if you wanted to, you could change your username. So let's say it gave you, like we said before, John Smith 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, whatever it was. You might actually say, well, actually John Philip Frederick Smith is actually my name, and if it fits in here, then I'll put a combination of that now, and then at least I get a unique username. So you can amend it here if you want to, or leave as it is. This is where you can also change your email address. So if your email address changes, obviously come in here and make the change. Language, I'm assuming that you're speaking English. I'm actually going to change this to British English because that's where I am. I'm in Britain. And then time zone. It's defaulted me to Pacific time zone, so I'm going to go into here and put in the London time zone. And you want to do that for your settings wherever you are in the world. And obviously country, change that to whatever it is wherever you live. I'd leave all of these as they are. Video autoplay, I leave that on. If you don't want videos playing immediately, then untick that. And then all you do is click Save Changes. It's going to ask us for our password again, just to make sure we really are who we say we are. So we key that in and click Save Changes. There you go. These settings have been saved. So that's just the account settings. As you can see, there's loads more. So let's go through into security and privacy. So if you wanted to, if you were worried that your account was going to be hacked by someone for some reason, you could click on here, verify login requests, and then that will actually send you a message to your phone. I'm not using any of these. Have a play of these, they're useful, but to start with, I won't worry about them too much. If you want to say where you're tweeting from, you can actually come down here and add a location. So if you're on holiday in Hong Kong, that might be quite nice for your friends to see where you're tweeting from. Again, I'm leaving most of this information as default. Here, if you want to, you can actually receive messages from anyone. So if one of your friends sees you, but they aren't actually linked to you at the moment, then they can send you a message. So direct message from anyone might be useful. Again, I'm just leaving it as it is. Next, we'll go through to password. Here is where you can basically change your password. So you put in your current password and your new password twice. I'm quite happy with my current password. I can remember it, so I'm leaving as it is. But if you decide that you want to change your password, sometimes it's good to change passwords on a regular basis, then this is where you come into. Cards and delivery. This is where you can set up payment terms, etc. We don't need to worry about it at the moment. Order history, we've not ordered anything, that's fine. Mobile, this is where you can add your mobile number. So when we first signed up, there was the option to do it then, and we declined that. This is where you come in to do it now. Email notifications. Okay, so every time something happens on Twitter, you're going to get an email notification, a message to your email from Twitter saying what went on. That can get to the point where if you've got lots of followers, like more than 100,000, that's a lot of traffic. There's a lot of emails coming to you. So you may decide you want to turn them off. So you might say, I mentioned, I'll turn that one off. My tweets are retweeted. I'm really not bothered knowing about that. What else should we turn off? Someone likes my tweets. Retweets are not too bothered. Okay. Updates, I'm not interested about that. News about Twitter, no. Okay, so you go through that list and decide which you would like to have on and which you would like to turn off. And if you want, you can turn them all off. I'm going to leave that as it is. I quite like the idea of that. Some emails, but not too many. And when you get to the point where you're getting too many emails, come up here and turn them off. You won't get any more emails. And obviously, you want to turn it back on, come back in, turn it on. So, save changes. Told us that it's changed. There you go. Right, web notifications. So this is where you can have a message pop up on your screen. It depends on your settings within your browser, whether you've actually allowed Twitter to do that. But you can have messages pop up and tell you what's going on. So if you're not actually on the Twitter page and you're on another page, it might pop up and say that your friend's just retweeted one of your tweets. I'm just going to leave those as they are. Find friends. This again was one of those things we saw at the very beginning when we were signing up, and it allowed us to import our contacts from our email, and then we can actually find all of our friends. So if you're using Gmail, basically you go into here and you find all of your contacts, and you can add all your friends in. This shows the accounts that we're muting. It basically means that we turn off all the notifications, and somebody's maybe talking too much and spamming you can turn them off. The other way is to go into the blocked accounts, and you can actually block people. Again, we're not going to worry about those at the moment. It's very early days. So we click on design, and that takes us to this page, and it allows us to change our color scheme in a different way, basically. So if you can see here, background color, theme color. So if you go through these, you can see these are slowly changing. So so it's just a different combination. So if you quite like the idea of brown, maybe actually prefer blue, let's go with that one. Save changes. We go back here to here. So you can see our colours have changed to blue from orange. So now we go through to apps. This is where you can connect your Twitter account to other applications. So here you can connect it to Facebook. A bit like when we signed up, we didn't do it at that point. So if we wanted to, you can connect your Facebook account and your Twitter account together. So as it says here, post tweets to your Facebook profile. So if you wanted to do one tweet that then went to Facebook, it saves you going to Facebook and retyping it. Then we go down to widgets. We don't have any widgets at the moment. Don't worry about that at the moment. This basically allows you to do some clever and fancy stuff later. And then you've got your Twitter data. This is useful later on once you've been using Twitter for a while, and it will actually give you a breakdown of what you've been doing, your customer interaction, and how people have interacted with you. At the moment it's not much use because we haven't actually done anything. So I'll come away from there. That's a very quick run through the settings that are available in Twitter. It's probably a good idea for you to Go through them at your own speed at some point. For now, you don't actually need to set these other than the ones I've set. Okay, so that's the Twitter account settings.